Shalom, call along Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us the truth. Peace and salutation to the host elect. Shalom. Welcome to today's lesson. Today's lesson is on Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. And this would be appropriate for today, for this morning, because a lot of our people are always serving false God. The word tells us our people going home to serve false God, following up behind these heathens and these Edomites, these terrorists, these Edomites that look like us, but they're not one of us, you know, you know. So today's lesson is on Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Let's go straight off into it. And it reads, Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. To what? To the images that are there, that some. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's go up here and read 4 first. Okay, we're gonna read 4 first, and it reads, Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images. Okay, what graven images? Like the cross, making a cross, because that's a sign of death, and then gonna worship it and carry it or wear it around your neck like it's a holy symbol. No, that's a sign of death. That's what that is. A transformation, crossover. Okay, from life to death. Okay, that's what that means. Then you got the images of people have with the Virgin Mary. They got the statues of the Virgin Mary on their fireplace, their mantelpiece, in their front yard, hanging from their hanging from their their mirror, their rearview mirror. I mean, it's ridiculous how you see all that. Then you got the pictures of JC with his pink pale skin and shit hanging all up in people's cribs and shit all over where in places of business. The shit is just amazing. Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven, okay, above. You see, because you got people trying to imagine what heaven is like, and then trying to make different images and different things that's according to it. That's why we have to watch what we do concerning AI and what we type into the prompt. We be trying to come up with an image. We be trying to come up with some sort of heavenly image. We have to watch that, because that too can be looked upon as making a graven image that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You see, these things are prevalent and important, because it says one way or another how we do our worship. Okay, you have to watch how you worship the Lord. Don't make any graven images of Him or and the others. Other false doctrines, gods. Okay, you have to leave all that alone, flat out. Now let's go into verse 5. Okay, this Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Right? To who? These images. See, because remember, they cannot hear, they cannot see, and they cannot save. They cannot see, they cannot hear, and they cannot save. Okay, so, and they cannot speak. Okay, so why bow down? I remember this one guy. I went over his house, and he had a skull, a head, in the middle of some sort of pentagram, and some I don't know, stones and different things laying around it, and it was kind of weird. I seen it, and it just seemed so weird. I walked away, walked away from it, because it looked crazy to me. Basically, the shit was crazy. You see, nor serve them. You got individuals that want to serve such gods, that they go and they bow down to such things and pray to it. How in the hell you gonna pray to something that you yourself made? If you made it, how the fuck it's got power? you know, for I, the Lord, thy God, am a jealous God. You see, he made it clear. He jealous about stuff like that. You don't just go and worship somebody else or worship something. You got many simps. Simpleton. I know a guy that's giving a woman $200 a month, and out of out the disability monies, and he's giving her $125 in food stamps every month. Every month. I mean, he is so goddamn dumb, and sit up and just give his fucking money and food stamps away just like that every month since 2021. For years, he done gave away $12,000 in cash and over $8,000 in food stamps. I mean, a goddamn, this is what you call a simp, a super simp, a super simple dimp, a dumbass motherfucker. And he thinks he's doing a good thing. He's a goddamn fool. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations of them that hate me. You see, and Yahweh shall say, all those who hate me love death. Flat out. Flat out. You have to watch who you serve. You got people that love this, guys like I'm talking about home team who like to serve women. I mean, and he just like a bunch of these other guys out here serving women. They placed a woman on a high pedestal, and they serving a woman and serving the creation instead of serving the creator. You see. And it's really sad to watch because what it means? It means he's not a man. Okay, he's not a man, and he's looked upon as feminine because he's being controlled by a woman that tells him what to do. You see, and so he's a loser. He's not a man, and he's a poor excuse to all men. Okay, Exodus chapter 20. We're gonna go into some precepts concerning the scripture that we just read. Exodus chapter 23, verse 24. Thou shalt not bow down to their gods, to the gods of the heathens and the Edomites. You're not supposed to bow down to them. You ain't supposed to do anything that concerns them. You got people that worship their car. You hear me? They worship their car. You got people that worship their guns. You got people that worship their job, their position on the job. You see, nor serve them. You see, and that's what they do. They go all out their way to serve their gods that they look up to, nor do after their works. You see, whatever works they see other people doing to serve gods, they go following behind them. They're not supposed to do that. Remember, the word tells us, move not thy feet swiftly to join a crowd to do mischief. You see, you got to watch that. But thou shalt utterly overthrow them. That's right. That means tear down their altars. You know what I'm saying? And break down their strongholds. Okay? Overthrow them. Okay? And have nothing to do with serving them, but everything to do with destroying them. Flat out. Overthrow them. You see? Flat out. Overthrow them. Take them over. You see? That's what you see? That's what the thing that's happening here. Okay? You know, I have no choice but to overthrow and quit and quiet break down their images. You see? Quiet break down their images. That means destroy whatever it is, bring down whatever it is of their images, their graven images that they worship so much and take to be so highly. See, so the time is coming. The time is coming when all this that's going on with all these iniquities and different things that of people serving one another and serving false images and serving false gods is all coming to a head very soon. Leviticus chapter 20. This is Leviticus chapter 26, verse 1. Ye shall make you no idols, nor graven images. You see? None of that should be done. You shouldn't be taking and making no type of image that is that of a god that or any type of a graven image of a god that is a heathen god. You see, there is only one Yahweh Shai. That's it, the Father and the Son. That's it. You see, that's what we have to maintain our study in. Okay, until Yahweh Shai has returned. Neither rear you up a standing image. You know, if that's the same thing as, like I say, putting up a statue. Okay, putting up a statue of the Virgin Mary and all that, or even putting up a Christmas tree. People put up a Christmas tree and they worship that mess. Put a bunch of lights and stuff all on it, all types of ornaments and different things on it, and they'll worship that holiday, you know. And that's wickedness. Flat out, all out wickedness. Okay. And let's see, where we go. You stand up as standing image, neither shall ye set up any image or stone in your land. You see, that means you should not be setting up any markers on your land of stone or wood or anything that is an indication of that which would be an altar to any particular god or wickedness of different things of that nature in order to serve and worship false gods. You can't do that. You see, that's out of order to bow down unto it. You see, you cannot be bowing down to these false images. You can't be making no false images, setting up no false images, and making no false altars. That's completely out of order, and it goes against Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. For I am the Lord your God. You see, flat out. The Almighty Lord has made it clear what we should do and shouldn't be doing. This Joshua chapter 23, verse 7. That ye come not among these nations. You see, certain people that you meet, you see they got these different false religions, false beliefs. Some people you just have to flat out leave them alone because they are in a whole world of wickedness and iniquity. You see, they're not on the righteous path, but they think that they are. But the shit that they doing is not. Flat out. You see, they serving a false God. You cannot be serving no Christian church, no Christian Hebrew church, no Muslim. You can't be friends with no Muslims. You can't be friends and going and attending mosque. You can't be no attending no Christian or Christian churches, no Christian Hebrew churches, no Muslim Christians, no Hebrew. There was a Hebrew camp that went and I think they went and made some sort of pact with the Nation of Islam, and they took pictures with them and standing with them and all this and that. Man, that's the same thing as making a graven image and making them and having friendship with those the Nation of Islam as if they were of holiness. You see, and they're not. They're not of holiness. They're not of righteousness. You see, these that remain among you, you see, you cannot have them among you or be around them. You see, right now I'm going through a wheat and the terror situation. I got a Edomite that looks like one of us, but he's not. You know, we're only together for a certain length of time that Yahweh, what Yahweh Shai has us together. It said, let the wheat and the tare grow together. That's what I'm experiencing, you know, until they become grown. Okay, once we become grown or whatever, as far as what Yahweh Shai is concerned, then we shall be separated. Yahweh Shai is going to come and separate it. Gather me to get a bundle of me up for the harvest, and and then the Lord shall gather him up and cast him into the fire. He's the terror. He's not one of us. Neither may so he's not going to have salvation, no matter what. No matter what it says, he's not going to have salvation. Let hit us. Hold on for a second. Okay, pardon me, Slovakia. One of those telemarketers. Okay, so now these that remain among you neither make mention or of the name of their gods. You see, that's the reason why we don't be saying the name of JC. That's why we don't mention of the names of their gods. That's why, because that's wickedness in itself. Just by saying that name, what you're really saying, when you're saying JC, what you're really saying is, in the name of an earthly, filthy pig, or in the name of an earthly, filthy swine, or something else like that. You're not worshiping or calling upon Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. You see, as to the reason why Yahweh gave us the large amount of heart, the pure language. You see, Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8, so that we be able to speak His name, say His name in the pure language. You see, so that is above all these other individuals and false gods and all that. You see, nor cause nor cause to swear by them. You see, you have some people that swear by the name. They say, they swear by the name of this and swear by the name of that, and they swear on their mama's grave and all that mess. The people will say, for real, and be ye not any a part of any of that. Neither serve them, nor bow yourselves upon them. You see, flat out. That's just simply the way it is. You have to maintain your focus in Yahweh Shai. That is the only way we are to go. We are to concentrate our mind on nothing else. You see, and not and have this world be so important and prevalent to us that we are lack in our worship to the real Elahaya. You see, flat out. So listen, we can go ahead and close it out right there. We weren't trying to make it the video too long. Lord's will, you were edified by the day's lesson, or perhaps that you were motivated or inspired to put together some precepts that you would make an edifying video to feed the sheep. Remember, as good shepherds of the Lord, as always, our job is to feed the sheep. Okay? And remember, brothers and sisters, stay strong. Hold on. We ain't got long. Yahweh Shai shall be here soon. Okay? And we will then be able to do what he says specifically for us to do and give us the reconditioning and all the different things that in order to put us in the right position to do what? To bring down the kingdom of heaven here to earth. Okay, the new Jerusalem, that being us. Okay, the new city. Okay, Psalm chapter 149, verse 5 through 9. Okay, all these things is coming up that we're going to be doing. But before all that, first your Yahweh Shai is going to show up with all the angels. But before all that, we got to go through the MOTB and the shutting down of America and all these different things. So, hey, it won't be long. Just hold on and stay strong and maintain being occupied in the word until Yahweh Shai gets here. Because that is our truth, our strength, our power that we're looking for and that we are standing strong on. The word. That's all we got. And that is our shield and buckler. Yeah, and our sword. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. The Lord, the word is a double-edged sword, cutting both concerning bone, spirit, and marrow. You understand? Flat out. Okay, so let's go ahead and close out. We'd like to give all praise and all honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hope of the elect. Shalom to the hope of the elect.